So I've gone in here and I've textured out the head. I've spent some time on it. I've still got to finish the texture, but I'm just going to quickly whip it onto the head here because I want to get into some modeling. And we're already on this thing, so let's zip over here into the material editor. And I'm just going to replace this thing with this one here that we just made. Okay, so there we go. So like I said, I spent a bit of time and actually worked out pretty good here. And then once I get to the ears, I just said, you know what, I don't know if I have enough time right now because I got other things to do. And there's my obnoxious green texture you can see through there. So I just want to set up a couple of things. And for the eye, I have this on a layer. There's my little eyeball there, and it's just a NURBS object. And I'm just going to go in here and freeze the transformations, kill the history, and I'll just give this a quick name. What is this? This is on the left side. Great. And I just want to get one of these eyes over here to the other side, and I'm just going to do a little trick here to do it really fast to get it in the exact same spot. If I group it, Control G, so I've grouped it, and then if I go and I make a duplicate, and I just hold down J and I squeeze the scale, doop, doop, boink, it'll pop it over to the other side like that. And then if I go running into my hypergraph, and in my hypergraph, do I find the stuff? I find it sitting over here, and I don't need those stinking groups. We don't need no stinking groups. Take those groups out of here, and I've got it in the right spot over here. And there is a negative scale on it. If I just flip it back, and then I freeze the transformations, there. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure that I take these two here, and I'm going to assign a new material, and I'll throw a Fong on, because Fongs are really great for eyeballs. They seem more like a plastic, so they got a high gloss. And I'm going to be doing a really simple eye, just so that you get the point, because I have another trick that I like for eyes, but we won't discuss that right now. I'll do that in a later one. I'm just going to go here to color, and I'm going to flip on a ramp. Okay, and there you can see my fancy little ramp here. Remember, this is just a quick little trick. Right now it's a V ramp, so it's going along the vertical. So I'm going to switch the vertical so it's going along the unilateral. And when I do that, boop, I get something like this. Crap! Let's just do a really quick trick. And what if I take this thing, and because it's flipped around here, what if I go and I hit 1, 8, 0, boop, flips around to the other side, and then I freeze the transformations. Okay, great. Anyway, if I find that Fong again, and I find this ramp, I'm just going to move these around a little bit so you can see what the hell I'm doing. Okay, so there we go. And I've got my little eyeball thing. And maybe I'll just take this color here. There's a selected green. I'm just going to make that black. Oh, that looks good. Creepy! And there I can just move these up a little bit. Here, I think somewhere right around there. Okay, and I'm just going to take this red here, and I'm just going to quickly flip that into a cream. Move over this way a little bit, and there we go. So I got a kind of a cream off-white. I don't like it when it's totally white. It looks wrong. And there's my blue in there, and I can just go and take this and I'll make that black. And there I've got a quick fake eyeball. That little white dot in the center is just some pixel bleeding from one side to the other, and I do believe if I go in here and I look under noise, where the hell would that be? Okay. Actually, I'm not going to... There's some kind of blur thing on this. Okay, it's just the interpolation. If I just actually went over here and I made another black one and I made another white one, and I drag this down here so it's underneath the white, it totally gets rid of that other thing. You probably won't notice it in the render anyway. If you want to, one more little thing you can do here is this blue area. Instead of it being just blue like that, I could decide to go in here and put a texture on that little, I call them gradient lines, because basically what the ramp is gradient, so I always call them gradient lines. I don't know if there's an official term. But anyway, I'm just going to go zipping in here, put some noise in, shake it around, and there you get your noise. And the noise, we can play with the frequencies and stuff like that and kind of make them a little bit more noisy. We got it on billow. Anything else I do? I think I used to play around with the frequency a little bit and knock the frequency up. Okay, and if you go down a little bit further down here, there's a thing called the color balance, and in the color balance you can just go in here and take your color gain, and if I made that a kind of a bluey thing, okay, and then I took this one here and I made that into kind of a darker bluey thing, it just looks a little bit better, I think, breaking it up like that. Actually, but the thing is when I think about it, he's got brown eyes, so let's go over here, and if I want to get that same color, there's a little thing here, eyedropper thing, so I can just go and hit the eyedropper and then go running over here and sample that same color that I've got. Make that one a bit darker. How come that didn't work? Oh, it's because I wasn't on this one now. I go over here and then I do the eyedropper and I eyedrop that. There we go. And great, my dogs are getting excited about something. And there's the offset, so it's nice and dark. Great. And we'll hit accept, and there we go. I got some quick, tricky brown eyes. Okay, and let's just get rid of those images. It kind of looks like him, but not. I've been horsing around way too much. Boop. Okay, and so now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to quickly group it. And if I take a look at this head here, what I want to do is I'm just going to make up a character really quick. I'm going to make up like pants, shirt, and shoes. What time are we at? 6:18? So I'm just going to quickly set this up in this little video here. And basically, if I want to make something that's 6 heads high, why don't I take this? I'm just going to make a duplicate. I'm going to pull the duplicate up here, because most typical kind of characters are, you know, 6 heads high. So then if I go and I hit Shift-D, boop, 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 there, I've just quickly measured it out without going in and having to, you know, measure anything. So I can take all this stuff here, I'm just going to grab their groups and delete them. That does still look a bit tall, but whatever. And a little bit high. I could have guessed and got the same thing, but just me showing you a quick trick. And so, what are we at? 7 minutes. So the next video I'm going to go ahead and start making a body. Actually, you know what I might do is quickly, what time are we at? 7. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to make teeth. I'll make teeth for him. I'm going to do my cheap chiclet teeth. If I just go in here and I go to polygons and I create a cube, and I'm just going to take this and quickly scale this in a bit here, and I'll scale this down, and let's scale this out so we got something teeth-like. And if I go over here to my polycube options here, and this would probably be in the width, there we go. And what do we got for teeth? Let's just say, is it 12? Yeah, I think it's something like that. So I'll say that's fine. And I'm just going to take these top teeth here and I'll just grab this face here and I'll hold down Shift and I'll grab this one over here, grab all those in between. Just going to go and hit my extrude, and when I extrude I'm going to pull it up a little bit and I'm going to scale it in a little bit. And I'll also notice that I want to keep the faces, says here faces together. I'm going to turn that off. Boop. And now my faces are all separated. And then I can go and hit extrude again and I can pull this up a little bit, and maybe I'll go and scale them this way a little bit and just hit G. Repeat the last tool command, scale them in a little bit, and then go and hit G again. Actually, they all start looking like front teeth. Oh, whatever. Anyway, go in and scale those in, and there I got some happy teeth. And actually, they might be a bit tall. And this is what the teeth look like in France. Okay, good. And I'm just going to take this, kill the history, freeze the transformations, and I'm in the animation section. I'm just going to go here to create deformers, nonlinear bend. And with the bend, I'm just going to go on, what time are we at? 9 minutes. Great. So I'm just going to go and hold down J when I'm rotating it. There. And I'll go and hit the manipulator tool. Boop. They bend this way. And I realize that I've put a bad thing on this, so I'm just going to go and rotate it this way 90 degrees. Great. Go back to the manipulator tool, and it looks good in the front. I'm just going to pull these over to the side. Boop. Like that. And that. And I'm just going to go and kill the history. If I go and I press 3 right now, I get teeth something like this. I might have to go and model them, modify them a bit more. Great. Let's go and kill the history, freeze the transformations, and then if I go in here and I take this and I go Control D, duplicate them, and how do I want to do this one? Let's see if I just hit J. What are we at? Almost 10 minutes. Damn it! damn it, damn it. If I go in, God damn it. Well, that's good enough for this one here. I'm just going to pop them in for the next one. And I'm going to stop this. 10 minutes.